Probably your main character.
Internet arcade just dropped, nigga.
MrBeast has once again found himself in the midst of controversy.
Once again,
completely unexpected. A seemingly harmless Minecraft civilization video with $50,000 on the line. From AI Russian trolls and poor moderation to allegations of bribery. Today, we'll be looking into what actually happened and if it's as big of a deal as the headlines would lead you to believe. On the 27th of December 2025, MrBeast released a video to his gaming channel titled 1000 Players Simulate Civilization, Boys vs Girls. This video was a collaboration with the renowned Minecraft YouTuber Ish, who's known for his Minecraft civilization videos, and who released the modern-day YouTube classic 1000 Players Simulate Civilization, Rich vs Poor in July last year, which I'm sure many of you have seen, considering the video garnered over
I ain't seen that shit, but
views. If by chance you've never watched a Minecraft civilization video, the concept is to hold a large multiplayer event in attempt to simulate a human civilization within Minecraft, from forming economies, alliances, or even starting wars. The videos are generally presented as an experiment. However, the uploads themselves are more of a reality TV storytelling experience, where you follow what happened as it happened. These videos include main characters, storylines, and arcs, making them highly engaging even for those not fans of Minecraft.
I feel like if I was in any video like that, I would be the main character off rip. Immediately. As soon as I step in that hole, I'm like on some main character shit. I'm running shit. I'm making shit shaking this hole.
Massive scale of MrBeast's productions with the legacy and storytelling of Ish should have been everything the video needed.
Wait till we get on GTA more.
Success. And on the surface,
wait till we find a good server on GTA.
The competition within the video took place over 8 real-life days, with players logging in between 3 to 6 hours each and every day. The purpose of the event was to have 2 separate teams of 500 boys and 500 girls to build separate civilizations in opposite sides of a massive wall, with the goal of checking in after 7 days to see what side accomplished the most, with the winning team splitting a $50,000 prize. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen the video yet, but the boys group won. Based on how it was presented, it appeared as though the girls' civilization collapsed due to internal drama. Their leader went missing, factions turned against each other, and by the time the wall came down, they were scattered and unprepared, resulting in the boys group winning the contest. What should have been a non-controversial, fun, and unique video for MrBeast and Ish quickly flipped into controversy within hours of the upload, with the primary issues around the video stemming from its boys vs girls format. Having the video framed as boys vs girls immediately created an incentive to sabotage the experiment.
Get better at the game, my nigga.
Genuinely compete. If you think about it, if you're a male player who wants to win, then there's 2 options. Either play fair and hope your team outperforms the other, or play dirty and infiltrate the other team to destroy them from within. After all, in order to win the competition, you needed to have the most players survive by the end of the experiment. But here's where things get genuinely concerning. According to several of the participants, a group of Russian men used AI-generated images of women to pass the verification process and enter the girls' team. These infiltrators allegedly killed players for days prior to being caught, and left signs with swastikas and hateful messages in Russian, while also completely disrupting the girls' ability to form alliances, which is crucial for the success of the team. The paranoia surrounding fake accounts attempting to infiltrate the female team led to players on the female team being wrongly suspected simply due to their voices. According to accounts, which we will get into shortly, this caused fights and stress within the group. So not only did these infiltrators harm the competition directly, they also managed to create an environment where even legitimate players were turning on each other. In addition to the deepfake,
them niggas just did some shit deeper than niggas thought.
Allegedly participants on the boys
I wouldn't have thought to do no shit like that either though.
DoorDash deliveries in exchange for team killing other female players. While these claims are difficult to verify, it doesn't help that others have also claimed girls sold their accounts to boys in order to sabotage the competition even more. I want to note here that these claims aren't fully verified, so they could easily be misinformation. Now, that being said, let's look at the specific testimonies that brought this all to light, with a Twitter thread from Zavi Gamer, a VTuber who participated in the event going viral, exposing several key issues that allegedly took place. I was in this event, please keep in mind that we only had like 3 to 6 hours of server time each day. The girls' side fell apart for some reason. We unironically had Russian guys use AI images / deepfakes to cheat their way into the girls' side, and then just start mass murdering every girl they could see. This went on for IRL days, out of a week-long competition. These guys also left signs around our side of the map with swastikas and sexist messages. One girl on our side, Makio, independently looked into the socials of these girls who were murdering other girls and found their YouTube channel and reported it to staff. I think it's important to note that there wasn't even a way for us to report things in the Discord server until she and other girls mass pinged staff for this functionality in the Discord server. I'm not sure if it was ever confirmed, but there were also reports of girls selling their accounts to guys as well, so the guys could sabotage the girls. The girls' side had trans girls on it. There is nothing wrong with this, except after it became common knowledge that there were Russian guys pretending to be girls, and rumors of girls selling their accounts to guys, a lot of girls began reporting / targeting our trans girlies as infiltrators, just because of the pitches of their voices, and it started this huge fight on the girls' side about transphobia and such. So many girls died to traps set by fake girls. It took staff days to look into it, determine if those traps were set by fake girls or real girls, and return these girls from their wrongful deaths. But by then, the event was almost over. These girls who were returned had next to no time to prepare for war, much less time to make connections and alliances with their fellow girls. This was marketed initially as a civilization event, not a PvP event. There was such a low amount of girls applying initially that they started to just send Discord server invites to any girl who showed interest in playing on a MrBeast Minecraft server. The amount of girls who were invited who didn't even know how to make a crafting table was insane. No hate to them, of course, but MrBeast and his team knew that if the wall came down, boys would win because they had top Minecraft players on their side, and the girls had people who didn't even know how to make a crafting table on theirs, much less how to make a sword. I didn't know if I wanted to say something or not because I didn't want to diminish my chances of being invited to another MrBeast event, but nobody else is speaking up and I'm just seeing too much hate on the girls to not say something. I wish they would have said something about all of this in the actual video instead of leaving a vague thing in their description about cheaters being banned. This tweet went completely viral, garnering over 15 million views and 195,000 likes at the time of making this video. But not only did it go viral, it opened the floodgates for numerous other contestants to speak out about the event and the issues they faced whilst participating, with multiple participants corroborating Xavi's claims, with Crazy Gruber stating, "I was part of the event too, and met the Russian boys head on. Curious about their early diamond armor, as no one else at the time didn't even have a full set of diamond armor and tools. I approached them being friendly, asking how they did it, only for them to tell me to suck their D. They followed me to my group and placed swastikas and offensive signs around my group's base. Luckily, the mod packs that the MrBeast team had us download had a mod to record stuff, so it helped. I sent reports and a group of screenshots as they were taking a group photo in front of our base. Mostly everyone in that screenshot got banned. This event was really toxic on the girls' side, that people were sending death threats in Discord or straight up being toxic to people because they interacted with a boy. Overall, they should have took some steps to prevent things as it was really bad, and it's a shame that they didn't. And yeah, there was a lot of new girls. There was a girl that didn't even know how to pick up water in a bucket. Based on this tweet, MrBeast's team were aware of the issue and were taking what action they could at the time, such as banning players.
Nigga said didn't even know how to pick up water in a bucket.
Another user and reporter of Beast News, Makio, responded to Xavi's thread with even more information, which revealed that the internal issues of this video went far beyond a few guys infiltrating the female team. Reading, Hi, I was part of the event as the news reporter.
No, she finna snap. She started off with hi.
There's way too much stuff that happened during the event. I'm afraid to speak up, but I think it needs to be said. 1. Yes, there was a lot of issues that happened behind the scenes. The Russian guys pretending to be girls were true. They were using AI, which the verification was just show your face and write your username and stuff. I was able to investigate them all and basically helped, and was able to see their Discord server. Their goal was to basically be in a big video for content. In total, there was actually over 10 plus men pretending to be girls, and they were all friends. This resulted into me dying like 3 times and having to be revived because I was being targeted from that. But when I reported it all directly to staff in DMs, they were dealt with pretty quickly. But sadly, they were really understaffed. 2. There was a lot of death and having to revives through people glitching and lagging, making it even harder to report it all, having to fix it all, considering that all the staffs are heavily understaffed and overworked. 3. I'm not going to defend the staff that much, but they did allow bribing.
God damn.
Did plan out for compensation and fair how the issues were handled. Other participants who came out in defense of the MrBeast team, and how the issues were handled, going as far as to claim that the women coming out are primarily doing so because they lost and are jealous, such as participant Just Quacko stating, as a winner from the guy's side, I wanted to defend MrBeast and
he can't
his
talk
team,
you a
as most
winner.
of what this girl said is coming out of jealousy from not winning. I'm going to respond to every claim. 1. Most of the girls who got killed before the wall dropped were killed by Foxley. The staff were very helpful in reviving people who died in unfair ways. 2. While this is true, most of this got resolved in the first day or 2, and you can't expect MrBeast to be responsible for the actions of 1,000 different people. 3. There was an active reporting system since it started. I know this because a few of my friends/allies who died by lag, or another unfair way on day 1, were able to report it and get revived. 4. This is most likely not true. The guy's team was already competitively better, and I don't think even if that happened that the outcome of the event would have been any different. 5. Not gonna speak on this topic too much, but yeah, like 30% of the girls' side weren't biologically female, and that definitely served a part in not keeping the girls' side united. 6. The time the wall dropped got delayed by a few hours because the girls kept complaining they had no time to prepare. Everyone on the server had more than enough time to prepare, and you should have been preparing since day 1. 7. Part 1. This is wrong. Since the start, it was marketed as a welcome to 1,000 players civilization boys vs girls, which obviously means it's a PvP event. Hoodie, the head of MrBeast Gaming, also told everyone multiple times that it is a MrBeast video and not an ish civilization event, so it isn't going to follow the average role-playing dynamic of a civilization event. 7. Part 2. I also wasn't the most experienced Minecraft player when it was first announced to me. I had to re-download Minecraft to play it and had a few days to practice. If you're complaining about some of the girls being horrible at the game, then that's just a skill issue at the end of the day. The following day, Quacko
quite
also
literally
shared
told
an
this
additional
nigga
screenshot
it's a
to
skill
counter
issue.
the claim that it took 6 days for the MrBeast team to ban the AI Russians, with the image including an announcement made on day 2 within the girls' chat. Reading, I've seen this a few times and want to squash it now. There was a small group of players that snuck in using AI and deepfaked videos and pictures. All of those players have been removed, and we are monitoring for any new situations. Those players had items that will be redistributed to the girls team sometime during day 2. Remember, you are playing to be the team with the most amount of alive players by the end of the event. The banned players will be replaced by the next girl that chronologically tried to join the server on day 0. The amount of diamonds on the map, specifically on the girls' side, is over 100,000. The amount those players held was less than 1%, lol. There are so many resources in the mountains, nobody died by another player, and we will consider this largely closed. We will continue to monitor for any more instances and replace, but only in verified and proven instances, not based off screenshots, in-game chat, or their voice sounding deep, but verified proof. Now, to be fair, this does suggest that the MrBeast team identified and addressed the deepfake issue relatively quickly. The question is whether the damage was already done by that point. Quacko's tweet received a negative reaction from Twitter, with a comment ratioing his thread stating, "What this girl said is coming out of jealousy from not winning. Just off this line, anything you say after has no value."
Literally.
With Quacko responding by stating, "It is. If the girls won like they usually do in these events, this tweet wouldn't have been made." Other replies would share the same criticisms against Quacko. So what did MrBeast actually do about all of this?
If you bounce on it harder, they're gonna give you a
publicly,
beast stick
not that
ad?
much. The video description addressed the issue in a vague way, stating, "We had thousands of players try to join our first large-scale multi-day competition civilization event tournament in a first-come, first-served basis. We accepted the first 500 boys and 500 girls who joined in chronological order on the Minecraft server when it went live. If a player broke the rules they agreed to in any way or lied on their application about any information to try and sabotage other players, they were banned by the staff who were monitoring 24/7 after an investigation. Their actions were reversed and players they killed were revived, and they were replaced by the next boy or girl in line who tried to join the server earlier, in chronological order. But here's where things get interesting. MrBeast initially made a tweet to promote the video. However, after the controversy started unraveling, the tweet disappeared. This was likely done to separate the controversy directly from the MrBeast brand, which makes sense from a business perspective. The more I looked into this situation, the more I felt bad for everyone involved. First of all, managing 1,000 players over 8 days is a genuinely massive task. At this scale, it seems almost inevitable for bad actors to get through, making this less about whether the problems occurred in the first place, and more about how they were handled. Secondly, the boys vs girls format was always going to attract this kind of sabotage. Creating a competition with a clear opposing team with financial incentive is basically inviting people to cheat. Not that that's an excuse for this happening in the first place, but it's a predictable outcome. Where the core issue lies seems to be in the fact the final video was presented in a misleading way, displaying the girls group collapse as organic drama, rather than acknowledging the external sabotage or messiness of the whole experiment. Whilst it's a given that
you thought you was gonna throw that in there?
Multiple
You thought you was gonna
participants
put that in the
claimed
video,
moments
huh?
were cherry
Fuck no. Thought he was gonna add that part where them Russians came in there being racist. Fuck no.